Hi, welcome to Stamp with Jini. Today I'm going to show you how to get started with our Stamp-a-ma-jig. When you open your box, you're going to find a Stamp-a-ma-jig tee as well as an imaging sheet. Your imaging sheet has two sides. One has a little bit of a texture and the other is completely smooth. I tend to like the side with the texture because it'll hold your classic ink a little better and not allow your images to smear as easily. The Stamp-a-ma-jig is a wonderful tool to use, especially if those crooked images and crooked sentiments drive you a little nuts. This tool allows you to place things perfectly every time. Okay, to get started, you're going to need your tea and your image sheet. You're going to place your tea against the corner of the imaging sheet that makes you most comfortable. You can use any of the four corners, but because I'm right-handed, I tend to like the top left-hand corner. And so I'm going to ink up my sentiment, bump the stamp up against my tea, nice and tight, and go straight down and straight up. Now that I have my sentiment on my imaging sheet, I'm going to take my card front and I am going to place the sentiment along the card front where I want it. That looks good, and so I'm going to take my tea and I'm going to bump it up against that sheet again nice and snug. Remove the imaging sheet, re-ink my sentiment, and go straight down. Once again, butting that stamp set up against the tea. There you go. To clean my imaging sheet, it's quick and simple. I'm simply going to take a little of my Stampin' Spritzer, spray it onto a piece of paper towel, and then wipe off my sentiment for the next time. Okay, here's my finished card, and as you can see, my Stamp-a-ma-jig allowed me to place that sentiment exactly where I wanted to. And here's another card that I made using the banner kit and the Truly Grateful stamp set, and as you can see, I've stamped that sentiment exactly where I wanted to in the Bermuda Bay. A quick tip for your Stamp-a-ma-jig: if you have an alphabet set or sentiment stamp that you use a lot, you can create your own Stamp-a-ma-jig sheets that you can keep in the box with the stamp set. For this set, I've actually used our window sheets, and I have stamped the images using the tea with Stays-On ink so that they would be permanent. You can also use vellum, and the vellum will allow you to stamp with your classic ink and keep them in the case also. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, www.stampwithjini.com. Thanks for joining me.